What if I told you the greatest gift a woman can ever give you is walking away? Not her affection, not her loyalty, her absence. That silence you hate right now, it's a mirror. It reflects everything you refused to see when you were lost in her smile. Her leaving didn't break you. It revealed you. You thought she was the one. You made her your sun, your center, your reason. And then she dipped just like that. No explanation that made sense. No apology that healed. Maybe she left you on red. Maybe she found someone else. Or maybe she just got bored. And now here you are, staring at old photos, obsessing over what you could have done differently. Wondering if you should chase her. Nope. Chasing a woman who walked away is the fastest route to self-destruction, because if she could leave without hesitation, that tells you everything about how she saw you. You weren't a priority, you were an option. And men who want to be chosen don't beg. They rebuild you, don't plead with someone to see your value. You disappear until they feel the void of your absence. This is not about revenge. This is not about making her miss you. This is about becoming so grounded, so unshakable, that what she did no longer defines who you are. That's stoicism. That's power. And that's what we're doing here in this video. I'm going to take you through the 10 brutal truths every man must face after she walks away. You're going to learn how to kill the weakness, kill the fantasy, and kill the urge to chase. You'll walk out of this. Not just healed, but hardened. You'll gain composure, presence, and a sense of masculine control that draws everything back to you without saying a word. This is your call to rise. Not to win her back, but to make her irrelevant. If you're tired of being haunted by someone who treated you like a backup plan, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I choose dignity over one. She walked away. Because she could. Desperation. Number 1, she walked away because she could. Here's the brutal truth. She didn't leave because you weren't good enough. She left because she believed she could. She believed you wouldn't walk away, that you'd chase that. Your self-worth was tied to her validation, and whether she admits it or not, that belief killed the attraction. Because a man who needs her is a man. She can leave a man. She doesn't fear losing. You might think it was random, sudden. Maybe she said she needed space, or that it's not you, it's me. Nope, understand this. Women don't just wake up and leave. It builds in her mind over time through every moment she tested your boundaries, and you let it slide through every time you prioritized her over your purpose, through every time you made her your peace instead of being your own. And once she realized you were emotionally available, no matter how she acted, the game was over. Not because she's cruel, because that's human nature and dark psychology. 101. We do not value what we believe we control. So what do? You don't beg, you don't chase, and you sure as hell don't try to win her back. That mindset is why she walked in the first place. You respond with stillness, stoic, unbothered stillness. You don't run after her because running after someone who walked away means you haven't yet realized your worth, and she knows it. That's why she expects you to come crawling, but you don't. You go silent, you go internal, and you go higher. She walked because she could make sure the next time anyone tries, they realize they can't, not because you became bitter, but because you became untouchable, strong, grounded, unshakable. You are no longer a man who can be two. Pain is the door to power. Discarded. Number 2. Pain is the door to power. Pain is not your enemy, it's your entry point. Most men run from it. They distract themselves with hookups, with alcohol, with fake positivity. But if you're really trying to evolve, if you're serious about becoming a man who commands respect, not chases affection, you need to sit in that pain. You need to feel it raw, let it hit, let it tear you down, because that's the foundation where real power is built. You miss her good, that means you had something real to lose, that sting in your chest. That's not weakness. That's the first spark of a new fire. The one that burns down the version of you that tolerated less than you deserved. This is the moment you stop asking, why did she do this? and start asking what part of me allowed it. Stoicism teaches that we don't control what happens to us. We only control how we respond, and the response that changes everything is this: embrace the pain, use it. You see, pain is honest. It doesn't lie like fantasy does it, doesn't sugarcoat like hope. Does it shows you what needs to go? Your people pleasing your neediness, your emotional dependence. And when you stop avoiding that mirror, you begin your transformation. Most men stay broken because they refuse to rebuild. Not you. You take the pain and you forge it into focus, into purpose, into silence that speaks louder than words ever could. Pain is the door, and behind that door is a version of you so locked in, so focused, that no woman could walk away from him without feeling it in her bones. But to become him, you have to walk through hell and own it. Number 3, emotions lie. 3. Emotions lie. Facts. Don't facts, don't. Your emotions are screaming at you right now. They're telling you to text her, to call her, to prove to her that you're the one, that it was all just a misunderstanding, that maybe you can win her back if you just say the right thing. Nope. That's not love. That's your ego trying to fix rejection. That's fear dressing itself up as hope. And it's lying to you. Stoicism is about cutting through the fog. It's about looking at reality as it is not, as we wish it was. And the fact is, this, she left. That is all you need to know, no matter what reason she gave, no matter how good it felt before she made a choice. And when someone shows you who they are, you believe them, not emotionally. Logically, facts don't lie. You felt a connection. So what people feel, connections with illusions all the time. The question isn't what you felt. It's what she did, because feelings are easy. Action is truth, and her action was clear. She walked. So now you act accordingly, not with emotion, not with desperation, with discipline. See, emotional men chase closure. Logical men create it. They say, she's gone, that's the end of that chapter. And then they start writing the next one without her name in it. That's power, that's clarity, that's control. The more you let your feelings run the show, the longer you stay stuck in a story that's already over. So here's your move. Stop arguing with reality. Stop romanticizing someone who chose distance over your presence. Trust what you saw. Trust what she showed you. Because once for. Your attention is currency. Stop spending it on her. You accept the facts. You become unshakable. Number 4, your attention is currency. Stop spending it on her every second. You think about her stalk, her page, replay old memories, or wait for a message that's never coming. You're spending your most valuable resource, attention. And here's the hard truth. Attention is currency. The more you give it away for free, the more worthless it becomes, especially to someone who already walked away. Understand this. Attention is power. It's what fuels attraction, builds momentum, and creates presence. When you give a woman attention without reciprocation, without effort from her side, you're telling her you still belong to her. And that is the exact opposite of power. That's submission. That's broadcasting need, and nothing repels a woman faster than a man who still orbits her after she's already left the galaxy. Stoicism teaches that what you focus on shapes your reality. If your focus is on her, your reality will be stuck in the past. But if your focus is on you, on your mission, your growth, your peace that becomes your world, you start to elevate. And here's the kicker. When she notices you're no longer watching, no longer chasing, no longer caring, that's when the shift begins. That's when the power flips. But by then, you won't even care because you'll have learned the truth. You never needed her attention. She needed yours. So stop checking her status. Stop replaying her voice notes. Stop feeding an illusion with your mental energy that's fuel that should be burning your goals, not your 5. Attraction. Through indifference, self-esteem. Number 5. Attraction through indifference. Here's what no one tells you. Wanting her back kills your chances, but not caring. That's what makes her remember who the hell you are. The paradox of attraction is brutal. The more desperate you are to fix it, the more unattractive you become. The more you pull away, level up, and stop reacting, the more your absence starts to echo in her world. You think she forgot you. Nope. She's watching. Even if it's just in her mind, she's checking for your reaction. She's waiting to see how broken you'll be without her. And when she sees nothing, no chase, no sad posts, no I miss you, messages that silence hits harder than any text ever could because it screams something louder than love. Indifference, and indifference is magnetic. It's the language of a man who doesn't beg, doesn't flinch, doesn't need stoicism, is not about pretending to be fine. It's about being so centered, so locked into your mission that even her absence doesn't shake your focus. You become the eye of the storm. Calm, composed, dangerous. That kind of presence drives people crazy. Why? Because it forces them to confront what they lost when you stop feeding the connection. It starves, and in that silence, she'll either realize your value or she won't. But either way you win because you're no longer chasing her. You're becoming someone she can't even reach. 6. Cut contact, cut fantasy, cut the cord anymore. Number 6. Cut contact, cut fantasy. Cut the cord. No, contact isn't just a breakup strategy. It's war. It's the moment you stop bleeding out your energy, trying to keep something alive that's already dead. And it's not just about her. It's about you. Cutting contact is how you cut the fantasy, the illusion, the ghost you've been clinging to while your future's been put on pause. Let's be real. Every time you text her, check her socials, ask her friends about her, you're not moving on, you're self-sabotaging. You're choosing weakness over strength, that cord between you and her. It's not spiritual, it's psychological, it's emotional slavery. And it only breaks when you make the choice to kill the hope. Hope is the enemy. Now it's what's keeping you stuck. It's what makes you check your phone 100 times a day. It's what whispers, maybe she'll come back. Nope, she left. You're not the same man anymore. And the version of her you're in love with, he doesn't even exist. That version lived in a memory, not in reality. You don't cut the cord just by blocking her. You cut it by cutting the emotional supply. No fantasies, no mental rewinds, no what-if scenarios. You treat her absence like a death and you mourn once. Then you bury it and build stoicism is about accepting what you can't change and mastering what you can. You can't change her leaving, but you can end the loop. You can kill the addiction, you can unplug from her world and plug back into 7. The comeback isn't for her, it's for you. Yours, number 7. The comeback isn't for her, it's for you. Let's kill the biggest lie right now. This grind, this glow up, this rise from the ashes. It's not about showing her what she lost. That mindset keeps her in your head. It keeps her in control the moment you make your comeback about her. You give her the lead role in your story. And brother, she doesn't belong in this chapter. Your comeback is for you, for the version of yourself you abandoned trying to keep her, for the man who got soft, complacent off purpose, trying to impress someone who still walked away. Your revenge isn't in her regret. It's in the man you become when you stop looking back. This is where stoicism becomes your blueprint. A stoic doesn't act for applause. He acts for virtue, discipline, mastery. You don't work on your body to get her attention. You do it to look in the mirror and respect the man staring back. You don't chase success to prove her wrong. You chase it because your legacy demands it, because your future family, your brothers, your mission requires it if she ends up regretting it. So be it, but that's not the goal. The goal is to become so focused, so powerful that her opinion no longer factors into your decisions. You become unreachable, not out of spite, but out of elevation. You rise in silence, and when she finally looks back, she won't recognize the man she left behind. Not because he changed for her, but because he finally remembered who he was without her number 8. The more you need her, the less she needs you. 8. The more you need her, the less she needs. You neediness is repellent. It's like smoke to oxygen. It chokes out attraction until there's nothing left the moment you need her to text you back, need her to stay, need her to see your worth. You already lost, because in the game of human dynamics, the person who needs less always holds more power. It's not personal, it's primal. We're wired to chase what's scarce and to devalue what's always available. That's why, when you were calling, texting, checking in constantly, she pulled back. Not because she's evil, because subconsciously you told her she was the prize, and that made you the pursuer. That flipped the dynamic, killed the tension, and drained the mystery. She didn't lose interest by accident. She lost it because you handed her the upper hand and waited for her to validate you. But here's where it flips back. You remove the need, you shift from scarcity to abundance. You stop seeing her as a loss and start seeing yourself as the opportunity. You don't need her back, you need your power back. That's the stoic way to detach from things outside your control, to stand grounded in who you are not, who you're trying to impress when you move with self-respect, boundaries and purpose. She feels the shift because now you're not begging for her energy, you're protecting your own. That's when you become magnetic, not by trying to pull her in, but by no longer needing her presence to feel complete. 9. She will regret it, but you won't care. Number 9, she will regret it, but you won't care. Here's what you don't see right now, but you will one day. She's going to look back, not because you chased her, not because you posted cryptic quotes or tried to make her jealous. She's going to look back because you disappeared, because you elevated, because the version of you she walked away from doesn't exist anymore, and the version you've become, unreachable regret, doesn't hit. When you beg, it hits when you vanish, when your silence grows louder than your pain, when the man she thought she could replace becomes the man she can't access anymore. Not physically, not emotionally, not mentally. She'll hear your name, see your success, feel the void you left, and that's when it'll hit her. But you won't care why, because by then you'll be so far past her emotionally, she won't even register as a what. You'll have built peace where there used to be chaos, direction, where there used to be confusion, that pain she caused. It'll be the foundation of your power, and you'll thank her. Not because you want her back, but because she forced you to level up. Stoicism teaches don't hope for things to be different, hope to be stronger. And you are. You're not waiting on closure. You're not sitting in bitterness. You've moved into a life so solid, so grounded, that her regret isn't your trophy, it's just a 10. Replace her with purpose, not another woman. Footnote number 10. Replace her with purpose. Not another woman, the biggest trap after a breakup. Replacing her with someone else jumping into a new situation just to fill the silence she left behind. But here's the problem. You're not healing. You're hiding. You're patching a bullet wound with a band-aid, and it never works. You don't replace a woman with another woman. You replace her with purpose, with vision, with the grind that sharpens you into a man. No one ever walks away from again. Not because you're perfect, but because you're centered, focused, untouchable. The kind of man who doesn't just survive heartbreak, he uses it to build something bigger than himself. See, another woman might distract you. She might make you feel wanted, but she won't fix the root because that's your job. That's inner work, that's facing the silence head on. It's building discipline when no one's watching. It's choosing growth when no one's clapping. It's waking up with fire and going to bed with peace because you've stopped chasing love and started chasing legacy. A stoic man doesn't run to rebound. He returns to purpose. He understands that emotional control isn't about numbing pain. It's about channeling it into business, into health, into meaning. He stops asking, "How do I replace her?" and starts asking, "What am I here to build that's bigger than me?" That's when the game changes. That's when your life becomes so full, no woman completes it. She can only complement it. And if she can't match your pace, your values, your mission, she gets left behind now. You know the truth. Not the one sold to you by rom-coms and love songs, but the truth that builds warriors. She left, and that's her story. What happens next? That's yours. You can stay stuck, you can keep replaying the memories, or you can shut the door, turn off the noise, and rebuild from the ground up. Not for her, not for revenge, for mastery. Mastery over your emotions, over your time, over your purpose. That's what Stoicism is. It's not about being emotionless, it's about being untouchable. It's about feeling everything and still choosing discipline over desperation. It's about becoming the man who never has to chase, because everything real starts chasing him. Remember this. The woman who left you gave you a gift, the fire you're standing in right now. It's not here to burn you. It's here to forge you into a man who commands respect, not pleads for attention, into a man who walks so heavy with purpose. He doesn't even notice who left or why, because he's too focused on where he's going. This is your moment not to go back, but to go beyond. If you're walking away from who you were and stepping into who you were born to be, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications and comment below. I rise, no matter who walks away. Thanks for watching. Stoic Bucks, become the man you were always meant to be. See you in the next one. Warrior.